The WFRN Morning Show. We are Doug and Cody, and it's time to spend some time with one of our favorite people around here.
One of our favorite moments every week. Let me get out my lip trumpets.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I need to practice my lip
more like
trumpets.
a woodwind.
I'm trying to get...
There we go.
I'm trying to do the heralding trumpets.
More brassy there.
That's my attempt at a grand entrance for you, Trisha. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is time for Triple P with Trisha. Triple P Parenting sponsors this, and we appreciate that and the way that they are helping parents help their children. Really beautiful stuff. So, we have a winner.
We do, and this is a husband-wife couple, so congratulations to Heidi and Kevin Gunn.
Heidi and Kevin, way to go. They win a $50 gift certificate to Perkins Family Restaurants and Bakery. And Heidi and Kevin, I'm sorry, my lip trumpets are in the repair shop now.
I took a lot out of you.
Yeah. So, this week's topic, Trisha.
We're going to be talking about what to do when our kids break the rules.
Oh.
So how do we manage the disobedience when it happens? Because we know it's going to happen. So we as parents need to be ready to deal with it.
If they break a vase, it's super glue or a new vase. But what do you do when they break the rules? Yeah.
One way we're going to talk about that is with directed discussion. So what is a rule that one of you guys have in your house?
Something specific?
Yes.
You can't just get up and leave the supper table. You have to. You ask. Can I be excused from the supper table?
Table manners.
Good.
Okay.
Table manners.
We have that one.
Yeah.
One for ours is kind of similar, but just a little different. Nobody's allowed to leave, at least the children, are not allowed to walk out of the house without notifying us.
Great.
Nobody just walks outside. It's, hey, mom and dad, can I go outside? Yes, you may.
Awesome. Okay, so keep these on your minds. I'm going to walk you through the process of directed discussion, and then you guys are going to practice a directed discussion phrase.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Fun.
To use with your kids.
Excellent.
So directed discussion is for when your children occasionally forget or have just totally whoops, I wasn't even thinking. They're just so focused on something. They're not even remembering any of the rules, or they're overtired.
There was no intent to rebel or
Or maybe there was.
Just weren't thinking. Okay.
But that's okay. You can still use directed discussion. So it involves a quick reminder of the rule and then getting them to practice the expected behavior. So the first thing you want to do is get close, stay calm yourself, and get their attention. So again, this can be saying their name. And then tell them what they've done wrong. So I'm going to use an example. So Logan, I noticed you parked the car halfway on the driveway and halfway in the yard.
And Logan's only 10, so this is a problem.
No.
Man,
So this can work for teenagers a little bit too. And then get them to say what the rule is and what they should have done instead. So what's our rule about how we park the car? Oh, shoot, yeah, I'm supposed to be on the driveway. That's great. Yes, yes, you are.
Good answer.
Not quite like hitting the side of a barn, but
Yeah, and then getting them to practice it. That's right. Okay, good. Why don't you go do that for me right now?
Please stop killing the grass for me.
Yeah.
Get off the grass, please.
And then praise them when they've done it. And for the younger ones, get them to practice it 1 or 2 times. Or maybe a little bit more. Make it fun. Don't make it stressful. But,
That's definitely
have them practice for success.
Definitely something missing from my repertoire is not just reminding or correcting, and I think I am pretty good at praising when good things happen, but I think I'm missing the aspect of let's practice.
Yeah,
that's good.
So why don't you go ahead and practice
I'll
that
practice.
right now?
Okay.
For getting up from the dinner
so
table.
We're role playing. Okay.
Role playing, totally.
Okay, so Trisha is now getting up from the dinner table without permission. Trisha, what's the rule? We ask if you can be excused from the dinner table.
Yeah, I have to ask.
Could you do that, please? If you want to leave, I think there's a real possibility you could if you ask. So go ahead and ask, sweetie.
Can I please leave the dinner table? I want to go watch TV.
How much of your vegetables did you eat?
None of them.
Oh, well, have 3 bites of your vegetables. How old are you? I feel like I might be missing. This might be missing. Okay, so just getting them to go through it, to walk through it.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
I like this.
See if they can remember the rule and the expectation before giving them the answer.
Oh.
So you want to really engage their brain because they're very intelligent creatures.
Right.
And get them to remember so that they're learning how to problem solve and take responsibility for their actions because mom and dad aren't always going to be there.
When you're talking to a kid, a teenager, do they need to be looking at you Because sometimes when your eyes are rolled way back up to the top of your head, you're not actually making eye contact.
And that's a personal preference for every family. Because if you're already close enough, within about arm's distance, you've said their name, you know they can hear you, that's going to be your call as a parent. Is eye contact really important to you? Or just knowing that they can hear you is enough? So that's where, every family is going to be a little unique.
Depends if they're a visual learner or an auditory learner. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. Could have an influence on it. Interesting. So it is okay to customize these things based upon your kids. That's an okay thing. There's no one way to do it, but these are good general guidelines.
Yeah. Yeah. And the way you communicate this, the words you use, like nobody's going to say this exactly like I say it out there. Right. Everybody's vocabulary within their family is a little different.
Yep.
So Cody, how about you with the kids not being able to leave the house? Let's say your oldest was like at the door halfway out of the house. What are you going to do?
Typically when I catch them outside without permission, I just like chuck a Nerf football at them to get their attention. And
he throws like 70 miles an hour, so whips it right at their...
No, okay. So that would be, I would definitely catch them like at the door. And this is probably not the best way to go about it, but what I do is I go...
It's confession
Where
time.
are you going? I say, where are you going? And then he'll answer and he'll say, I'm going out there. I'm like, why are you doing that? And okay, so that's a kind of a passive aggressive, probably not the best way to do that. So I should probably say, hold on, wait. What's the rule? And then hopefully him knowing the rule would repeat it back. I have to ask before I do this thing.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, that's right. Can you go ahead and do that?
Catching them at the door and totally saying, hey, where are you going? I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I guess the key, though, is catching them at the door. If I don't, I'm still going to probably revert to that Nerf football thing.
And then you're just going to come back to the house and try it again.
We all need practice and repetition in life. Practice really might not make perfect. It makes better if you're practicing the right way. So this is good. Good stuff.
Yeah. So have fun with it. Don't freak out if you do it wrong.
Our kids are
We're all
going to
make
this.
mistakes.
Thank you so much.
You probably want to thank them and compliment them after they've corrected the behavior too, right?
Absolutely. Every time. If you can praise your child for doing what is expected and desired, you want to do that because you want to encourage them to do it more.
And I'm probably stating the obvious, but even the times when they just do it right from the beginning and they say, hey, Dad, can I go outside? Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
No. Be aware.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have a couple events coming up this month. We're really excited in Napanee. We are going to be in Napanee for the first time this coming Monday at the public library.
Have they cleaned all the apples up from the Apple Festival?
I don't know. I
just
didn't
had a big
it.
Apple Festival last weekend. So you might have to navigate around some apples. Actually, the real apples are fine. It's the road apples.
Those are a little different.
So just be careful when you drive, but it's worth the trip, and it's going to be, and that's a free event as always.
Yes.
With Triple P Parenting of Elkhart County, and is this a child care event?
Yes, we have child care and activities planned, so we're really excited. And we've got a good handful of parents already signed up, so come sign up on our website, triplepelkhartcounty.org.
I've never talked to anyone who went to one of these events who wasn't thrilled. These are really wonderful events building into people's lives, and we want you to experience these for yourself. Again,
ElkhartCounty.org
is the place for the meeting schedules.
And if you want to be one of the winners that we announced at the beginning of these shows, interact with Triple P online, send an email, get on their Facebook page, ask a question, and we might be calling your name next week.
Or come to an event and say, hey, I heard you on the radio.
Ooh, that could work too.
Yes.
And that'll work also.
Let Trisha and Emily and the gang at Triple P, let them know how much you appreciate them being part of the WFRN family. And like Cody and Trisha are saying, you could be the next winner of a $50 gift certificate to Perkins Family Restaurant and Bakery. Trisha, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.